Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Dembele.
Oh, it's a great...
Gonzalo Ramos! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! The breakthrough strike!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
After 5 minutes is...
Tottenham finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Solanke. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Solanke might well be in for a mouthful from his...
Tries a shot! He's scored! 2-0, and in next to no time. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's...
Good effort from distance. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Tottenham have conceded twice already. This is a horribly uncomfortable predicament for them. And this is Dembele. And that is a little undercooked. Solanke receives it in a good position here. Now, can he find a chance? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he goes for a shot! It's in! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Kvaratskhelia. Now it's Lee Kang-in. He's had a shot! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Dembele. Now that looks a decent ball. Hakimi plays it in. Van der Ven attempts a clearance. And we have our very first corner. Romero is there, and he can get that clear. João Neves. Tottenham are looking to go forward now.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Fabian Ruiz.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here.
No, that's been intercepted.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he's chosen to go back. And he's straight offside. Kvaratskhelia.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Kudus. Good, strong midfield running here.
So what can they make of this? Kvaratskhelia looking for options for movement. Lee Kang in. Kvaratskhelia. And here's Kvaratskhelia. And it's Neves. And here's Ramos. Gonzalo Ramos couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He has found the way through. That's good play. Lee Kang in.
Lovely bit of skill.
It's a promising position, and the cross comes in. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. And it's hoisted clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's away. And here's Dembele. Distributed tidily. And it's Marquinhos. And this is Dembele. Hakimi. Cross from Hakimi. João Neves.
Has been indicated.
And they're quick to get it back.
Played back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
He is through here. He's got tall. Just off target.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Takes a shot!
Kolo Muani really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quick.
Kolo Muani!
João Neves tries to pass it through.
And here's the chance to counter. Dembele?
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Oh, that's well spotted. Bissouma. Tottenham needing a change of fortune here. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. He's had it taken off him.
Pedro Porro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Van de Ven.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
João Neves.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Lee Kang-in really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
There's the shot!
Kvaratskhelia, and the shot's up.
Real chance! They've scored! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Maddison!
He is just caressing the ball.
Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Hernandez. João Neves. And Kvaratskhelia. Pedro Porro gets over and intercepts. Bissouma. And here's Kolomwani. Kolomwani. He's a sharp little ball here. He can get that clear. Half an hour gone in the second half. And it's Maddison. Kolomwani.
And the finish!
They want to be quick to recover this. He'll try to keep this alive. Opts to play it back. And João Palhinha, looking tidy in possession here. Passing nice and neat.
And the shot!
And now they can clear their lines. Oh, nicely intercepted. Kolomwani. Oh, super ball. Tacho did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Tottenham finding their passes. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Substitution on the field. Number 37.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 8, Bissouma.
Nicely
Number
spread.
10, James Maddison. Number 20.
KAKI. The doggy gets a foot in here.
Number 23, Pedro
Can he get it
Porro.
through?
Coming on the field. Number 4.
Looking to go deep.
Number 29.
Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Gabby Simons. Number 24. Substitution.
It's Ramos. Marquinhos. And it's
There will be
Marquinhos.
1 minute at a
Out
time.
to the right. And it's Hakimi. Dembele. This is Dembele.
And the flag has stayed down. And that is it, the referee has seen enough.
Tottenham perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that
Please
does
turn
not
your
hide the
attention to
overall
the screen for
disappointment.
information provided by the local police.
Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't.
And so the calm before the storm. Again, this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one.
Isak! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Liverpool with another corner. Liverpool have their second corner now. Defending of the desperate variety. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That's beautifully weighted. He's away! Can he finish?
Oh, super goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Manchester United take the lead.
How smart was that? Such a delicate finish.
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
Manchester United penetrate first. It is a truly precious league.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Now, can they get him away? Looking for the run. Now it's Isak. Forward it goes. No, that's been intercepted. It's a really well-measured ball. Not the... Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's got away. And a chance! Pinches it off him. Knocks it into space.
Tries a shot! And he's found the net! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Liverpool grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Searching pass he's played there. He's in a great position here. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's a good ball out wide. It's a promising position. Van Dijk with the clearance. Gakpo.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Isak is wide and looking to get onto this.
Chance!
Oh, it's come loose. Now he's off and running. Liverpool upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of...
He's tried one! Great effort, but no way through.
And it's Salah. McAllister. And it's Salah. Oh, good ball!
Isak, real chance! Yes! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Liverpool get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Now it's Isak. Now it's Wirtz. Diogo Dalot. Manchester United are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Frimpong. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Van Dijk. Now Gakpo. Threads one in. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha. Now the delivery.
Two added minutes has been
Gakpo.
indicated.
Robertson.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
And the whistle goes for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one.
So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Matheus Cunha. Oh, easy pickings there. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Here's Matheus Cunha. Tries to pass it through, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
He is through here.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Can he get it through? Nicely spread. Swings in across.
Oh, shooting chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 3 coming up. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence.
For this match was 71,550.
Looking to play him in. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's shifting.
Goes for a shot! It's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
And He stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And it's Menu.
Well, what about it? It's turned into a real fight to the last. Up he goes! It's bounced back off the post.
Gives it back.
Diogo Dalot. Pings it across.
Gakpo. Lisandro Martinez gets over and intercepts. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Mohamed Salah is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough.
And he shoots! Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
After 75 minutes is number 30, Shishko. Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Manchester United take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Frimpong. Gravenberg. Szoboszlai.
Has a shot! Gets good distance on it.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Konate. Looking for options for movement.
Well, they can break here. He's in space and looking for options. Lovely bit of skill.
No, he's not getting past him there. 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Quality ball. Szoboszlai tries to play it through.
And the finish!
Oh, it's hit the post. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
That's that, the end. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing.
So there it is.
And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Expectations and decibels. Bellingham! Sensational from Bellingham!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that.
Tries a shot! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that? A finish right from the top draw. 2-0 and in next to no time.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And this is Lewandowski. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And he's intervened well there. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Can he finish? He'll want to be quick to recover this. He's trying his best. Oh, he's been caught napping. Crosses it in. Oh, what a climb! Oh, it rattles the bar. Now it's Bellingham. Dani Olmo. He's looking wide. Madrid look comfortable already. 2 to the good and flying. Oh, easy pickings there. Casado. Dani Olmo. He shifted it to the flank. And here's Dani Olmo.
Dani Olmo! Yes, it's there!
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Gol del Barcelona. Marcó en el
This
minuto
is threatening
19,
to become a really
el
good
dorsal
game.
20.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
And it's Arda Güler. Lovely ball and a real chance now.
Bellingham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. João Cancelo. And it's Olmo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nicely aimed pass. Alexander-Arnold. That's clear cut, it's a free kick. Alexander-Arnold. Now Eder Militao. And it's Rudiger. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Bellingham. João Cancelo makes the interception. Dani Olmo looking understandably energised after his goal. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted.
And the shot!
Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
De Jong. Bellingham.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Tries to play it through.
Great strike, but the keeper's equal to it.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Well timed, excellent interception. Rudiger calmly anticipates. And here's Vinicius Junior. And it's Valverde. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Dani Olmo. For Rashford. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Lewandowski. Lewandowski! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Rashford crosses. Bellingham. De Jong. Can he get on the end of this?
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Rashford. Dani Olmo. Güler. And he's quick to snatch it back. Vinicius Junior. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, that's well spotted. Chouameni, and it's Olmo. Nicely weighted ball. Rafinha is in a really good position out wide. Rudiger did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, nicely intercepted. Passing nice and neat. Now it's Bellingham. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And here's Lewandowski. Now, can they get him away? And a shot! Incoming delivery.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rashford. Alexander-Arnold does well to get it back. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
He just needed to be quicker then. This defence won't give you time to second-guess yourself.
Chance, surely! Played out wide. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And the counter is on, now then!
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Knocks it into space. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's had a hit! And that has been cleared.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now it's Bellingham, lofted in. That's a decent clearance. Oh, and a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, there is that saying, Peter, that if it isn't broke, don't try and fix it. But I suppose you don't want to risk anything in a game like this.
Now it's Rashford. Howson spots it and intercepts. Chouameni. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Goulart has been caught there, it's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket, it's just a stern lecture. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Goulart. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Quality ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And here's Bellingham. He's had a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now it's Mbappe. Valverde. Great ball and chance for a shot! And that would have won it.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Well, the manager must have thought to himself, we're just narrowly ahead, so it's best to withdraw anybody showing signs of fatigue.
Casado. Madrid have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Out to the right. Cross from Cancelo. Cleared without hesitation. And it's Casado. That's good play. Good ball.
Big chance! Yes! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Now it's Pedri. Fermin in acres of space out wide.
He is through here. Plays it across.
That is good defending. It's been repelled. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he is going into that little black book. Traumeri. Fermin. He has found the way through. Pass is just off target. Oh, good-looking ball. And that is as far as it goes. A good watch, more than a good watch, actually. Certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Bellingham picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, that really did fly by. It's one of these games where everything progresses at 100 miles per hour, and at the end of it, this is what you can sometimes get. There may have been no winner, but still a tremendous watch.